Don't do that to me.
Good afternoon and welcome to From His Perspective podcast with your hosts Pernell Gates and Lorenzo Reynolds. How are we today?
Hello, everybody. Welcome from His Perspective podcast with your hosts Lorenzo Reynolds and Pernell Gates. We're gonna start. We're gonna start it off like this. Yeah. Let's get this party started.
Guys, happy Mother's Day weekend, guys. Happy Mother's Day weekend. He told me don't repeat myself, so I had to do it just to irk him. So,
Wow.
Happy Mother's Day weekend. This can be a touchy weekend, my brother.
Absolutely.
I found myself struggling coming into this week a little bit. Just the loss of my mom a few years ago, my grandma a year after, and then my aunt.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot when you lose amazing people back to back like that.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And so that impact on me has been heavy. I must say these past couple of weeks, even just coming into this, I think the toughest part is the communication, right? We go into different things in our life that we want to communicate or need help communicating with, and that was my help. They were my help as far as how to deal with different situations and even how to handle stuff myself. So yeah, for sure.
That can be very tough, man, when you have a system and that system changes abruptly. If you don't have a strong relationship with God and faith and other people to turn to, most people or a lot of people do crash and burn because that system can have what I call a system overload of missing so many people. And so it's important, man, to understand who feels what role. And the thing I've learned about a mother, it's been 20 years for me now, is that one person can't fill that role. And so you don't look for one person to fill that role. But for me, I can get a piece of my mother and my daughter. I can get a piece of my mother and my sisters. I can even get a piece of my mother and my spiritual mother and women at the church. And so I have to get a piece here, there. But it's never going to be that whole thing that I got from my mother. And so once you understand that and don't look for it, but love, it'll come back to you in some ways. And when you acknowledge that sense of unwavering love, agape love, you know that that's coming from your mother. And so I always and forever feel affected by my mother's love. And like I say, 20 years later.
Man, I'm gonna say this: that effect, you don't know it until you miss it.
Yeah.
You really don't know it or grasp it. My grandmother, to the best of her ability, prepared me for her passing away. She would always say, "Man, it's nothing like a mother's love." When I lost my mom, and her mom had been passed away almost 50, 60 years, but she talked about it like it was yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. And that's how it is for me, bro. Like I say, it's been 20 years, 2006.
Yeah.
But there are certain memories that feel like it's been just yesterday. I truly believe that love lives inside of us. And so being that it do, those memories and that consciousness, it have peaks and valleys. During those peaks, it seemed like it was just yesterday. And during those valleys, sometimes it could seem at a far distance. But you have to learn how to manage it all in order to move forward, in my opinion.
Well, what do you miss most about your mom? And how does those memories shape your daily life?
I miss that real conversation. you gonna get it real from your mother.
You gonna make me walk off the show.
The good, the bad, the ugly. My mother was the type that's just gonna tell you exactly how she feels.
Oh.
There was no guessing. There was no estimating. She's gonna tell you exactly how she feels, and so you're gonna get it from her. Like I said, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Mm-hmm. The jokes. Oh my God, she has some humor out of this world. Mm-hmm. So just that ability, even for me to just unpack my true feelings. It could be some things that, as a young man and even a man, I didn't want to have a conversation with my dad about because I wanted to appear to be tough with my dad. Well, with my mom, I could have those moments of letting out that baby side of me or letting out that vulnerable side without your mother judging you in one single bit to say, mother, I'm tired, or mother, I'm hurting, or mother, I need only what you can give me. And that's that motherly love, that hug. She had a hug that'll make me feel like, I can go out and conquer the world. So again, definitely miss all those things.
Wow. That was pretty interesting. What you got, my brother?
When it comes to conversating and communication, what do you miss most about your mother, just on conversation and communicating?
Bro, I'm a night owl. My mom was a night owl.
Okay.
So I could call her any time of the night, and she'd get up, and I'm like, I know who up. And we just kick it, man. And one thing I loved about my mom, she was not a judgmental person.
Okay.
Extremely loving, extremely loving. She did everything, a lot of times not with thought, but with her heart.
Okay.
And so I feel sometimes that can be dangerous, but I feel sometimes it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And she did things off of her gut. And then she did things, she would ask me, how do you feel about this? And what is your thoughts with this? And to see how I felt about it, because that's how she moved. If I felt strongly about something or someone, she's moving like that. I mean, wow. I'm going to be honest, man, I've never brought a friend home or anybody to my house that was a stranger to her.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. To be honest, I've never seen anybody like that in my life. Honestly, I've never, seriously, when you're in her presence, it's the first thing coming out of her mouth, hey, baby, it's food. You know what I'm saying? Just the love, bro. And like I said, very unique person, man. Very unique person.
I can attest to that. I got a chance to
freeload over our house for Thanksgiving.
Okay, so I wasn't going to bring it all up, but since we bring it all up, they invited me and they treated me like royalty. And his grandmother gave me a kiss on my cheek that I'll never forget. And just good times, but I'm like you. I can remember a lot of times where my mother would let people move in for a short period of time. And so I don't want to say names, but I got a good friend of mine, and he often let people, live at his house. And so if my good friend was here and I said I'm not going to say names, I would say, in that manner, you remind me of my mother, sir, because you let people live with you, and so did she. But just that loving feeling of feeling like somebody need that place to stay for a while and providing them. It just shows that there's some people out here that have like angel-like love and angelic and a part of an angelic being themselves.
My mom told me this once, and it cracked me like I said, why do you let people, or why do you allow us to let people move in or bring friends home or whatever? And she was saying, I know what it's like to not have hope. and to be able to give hope to somebody that feels hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
That blew me out the water, bro. I will never, ever in my life forget that.
Like.
Yeah, because hope, to have hope when you don't have hope, to have somebody there for you when everything seems hopeless.
Mm-hmm.
That is real. Honestly, it makes me be how I am,
mm-hmm.
and it allows me. I find myself putting myself in situations, financial or whatever, to help people sometimes, because you don't know what's on the other side of that, and say, you know what, my sacrifice may be the blessing for them in their life, what they need. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Even sometimes, and I know this sounds crazy, with the trips we do, I sacrifice so much, and I know I have to fall back on that. But I sacrifice because I say, you know what? I don't know what somebody's going to do, but the experience of being there with like-minded people, with good people, with people that have a kind and caring heart and that's going to love on you when you're there, is everything.
It is.
And I think God blessed us to say this is a podcast family, because when you come and you network with us and you're on a trip with us, everybody acts like family.
Everybody acts like family, but not only that, you're going to leave better than you came. You're going to leave with a sense of strength. And so your mother, my mother, they really showed us what the definition of a hero is. Mm-hmm. Every hero don't wear a cape. Mm-hmm. But to add hope to somebody, to love somebody that everybody else has, or many people has given up on, it takes a special and a unique kind of person to do that. And so, man, ain't nothing like a mother and a mother's love, and her love stretches beyond her house. It stretches to the community. And so the African proverb that they used to say a lot is that it takes a village to raise a child. Mm-hmm. And that mother, she is a representation of that village all by herself. And sometimes when she cooks, she's going to stretch the food past her family. And sometimes we see our mothers will go without to make sure that other people eat. It's those kind of moments to me that are nothing short of being heroic.
Mm. Bro, how has the experience of losing your mother changed your perspective of relationship and love?
Appreciation. I think it's so important to appreciate the here and the now. Mm-hmm. Whatever you have, whoever you have. Mm-hmm. Because there's a chance that next week, next month, next year, the exact people who you have in your circle of love, they might not be there. And so why not appreciate today to the fullest? Because tomorrow ain't promised. And so it made me appreciate life in the now more, because it's easy to say on my next vacation or on my next payday or after I get the accomplishment that I'm going to do this. No, just appreciate where you are now, because this very moment is so special. And so I begin to call people who I love and say, I love you. Like, don't just feel it, say it. Bring it to life. Express yourself. I love you. I'm proud of you. I got your back. And not only that, to just celebrate people. I celebrate you. And celebration could be just a phone call, or it could be a cash app, or it could be just words of affirmation. But I want to celebrate you, because, again, tomorrow ain't promised.
He would say cash app.
Or Apple Pay.
Bruh, that, ooh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a deep one for me too, because to be, wow.
I want to say this, brother. My mother is so unique till it's been 20 years since she's been here in the physical, but I'm still unpacking. I'm still unpacking some of the great things that she did, some of the words that she said, and I'm still to this day getting some of the revelation of what she did because it was just that amazing. And so when you could be gone all these years later and still be celebrated, it's really just a testament of how amazing you were. I look at, somebody, and it's a different subject, but somebody like Michael Jackson. He's been celebrated more now than he did when he was alive.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying that he's made a couple $1 billion. His name has made a couple $1 billion since he's been dead. People are just now understanding the legacy of his music and the impact that he had. But it's the same thing with a mother. We were so young, we didn't understand the sacrifice that they was making. We didn't understand the reason why they were saying the words that they were saying and moving the way that they did. But the more mature we become, the more we just like, wow, this was an amazing person. When you look back, what's some of those moments that you truly remember with your mother and your grandmother that you're just now understanding or unpacking?
I'm gonna just say the lessons,
Mm-hmm.
Especially with my grandmother, man. I'm extremely close with her. It was every day I'm looking at mannerisms.
Mm.
Just I can just hear it. You know better than that, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just mannerisms. I was just having a conversation with my aunts,
Mm-hmm.
and just looking and saying, what we've been taught or how we've been raised. It's an expectation of this is the man you're supposed to be.
Mm.
And I'm gonna be honest, man, sometimes it takes us 50 years to come into it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It take a lifetime to come.
Can you say, instead of us, can you say you? Can you make a person?
Me.
Thank you.
Because he still ain't got it.
It takes him 50 years.
Because he still ain't got it.
Because him ain't 50 yet.
Yeah. So
him only 42 and him 50.
So he ain't going to get it for 8 years. But, bro, those lessons will hit you like a ton of bricks, man. You don't know who people are until you see them outside of the arena that you know them in.
Yeah.
And, you just like, oh, okay, wow. Oh, okay, wow. Mm-hmm. And you see what you've been taught or what you've been told, how it plays a part in your life today.
Okay.
Somebody could tell you something and you just say, oh, okay, I hear you. But you don't hear them or understand it 2 years later till you need it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's similar with boxing. We can be taught how to parry or whatever, and we can get away with 1-2, 1-2 until we fight a fighter that we need to understand how to parry punches, how to slip, how to this, how to that, because everybody's not on that level, and you don't need all the tools until you need them. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I think that's the same thing with life. We're taught some things that we're listening, but like, oh, okay, why are you telling me this? And thank God they're telling you this, because it's going to come a time that you're going to need that advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So people with wisdom, they see the future. And they know that you may not need this now, but there's going to be a point in time in life where you need it. And so I'm giving it to you so you will have it in advance. And if you're listening, you're going to remember and have that aha moment. That's just the thing with revelation. A lot of times you read something, but it really don't draw close and near to your heart until you actually go through that situation. And you be like, wow, It used to be a time when my mother used to take us to Red Lobster. Well, back in the day, Red Lobster was, when you coming from the hood, Red Lobster was that deal. And so
Chris.
My brother didn't ever want to go, but it was just, that fine dining opportunity to set that bar. And so now, with your experience, no disrespect, but Red Lobster, it ain't high on your list no more because you have better and more. But just to set that standard, what kind of standards do you feel like your mother and your grandmother has helped you set in your life?
Bruh, high.
Mm-hmm.
I say that because, example, even when we go on the trips, what's on my mind is, what is grandma gonna say? What is she gonna think of these trips? So she had an opportunity to watch the podcast before she passed away and tune in and listen and give me her advice and everything. We were finna do our first trip in Detroit. She had passed away the day before. And just her saying, man, I like what you're doing. I'm proud of you. I see maturity in this, right? Understanding, having that conversation and talking to her about this, she was just like, this is going to help mature you even more because you have to study things and look at them. And then she said, and you have to look at yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what this podcast has done for me. It helped me look at myself. I wanted to touch on a question that I asked you also. My aunts are sort of taking the role of my mother and of my grandmother right now.
Okay.
They're not taking their place, but they're taking the role, right? My Aunt Jean is a big part of my life right now as far as if I'm going through something or if it's conversation that I need to have. I call her, hey, what's your thoughts with this? How do you think I should handle this? Hey, I'm going through, hey, I have an issue with a family member. And wise counsel is always important and needed. And what I'm thinking about now with that is what they're giving to me, we are going to end up having to give it to somebody else.
Absolutely.
And so how do we do that and take our feelings out of the situation and look at just the situation?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times that's important, and I'm grateful for that with her to love me enough to look at the situation and not me as her nephew or me and just say, oh, because I love you, this, because I feel like this person is doing you wrong, or I feel like this is this, or just be one-sided about a situation. You love a person enough to stay neutral and give them wise counsel.
I like that.
Yeah. And I think that's very important.
I like that a lot, man. I think it's so important that when someone of high significance, like mothers and grandmothers, pass away, that you don't allow that love to pass away with them. And so what I mean by that is you having someone else to share that with, and you saying, hey, I got my aunties, my Auntie Jean, and my other aunties to share that with. You're allowing that love, those feelings, those expressions, those actions to continue to go. There are some people that I know that because that person of high significance have left, they stop loving in that manner or feel like I can't love no one else like that. And I don't think that you should do that. So again, like I said earlier, there's not that one person who you can give all that love to. But if you can spread a piece out with your wife, with your aunties, and even with your nieces, if you can spread that love out and see that and break it off into pieces with everybody, then it still goes. And that's the thing with love. It never dies. It only transforms. So that love for my mother, it didn't die. It just transforms. I still love her even though she's not on this physical earth.
Bro, I'm going to be truthful with you. How I love now is a lot of regret. If you want me to be totally honest. Or a lot of...
Explain what you mean by regret.
There's certain opportunities that I didn't have with my mom or I couldn't have with her, so I'm having them with my aunts. My mom said, "Oh, we were headed out to get your head."
I didn't know if you needed a moment. I just wanted to be there for you.
That's okay. Bruh, we were headed out to Hawaii. Mm-hmm. And Vanetta, and my mom said, "Oh, next time y'all got to," I said, "Okay, mother, I got you." She died 4 days later, 4 or 5 days later, she passed away. Mm-hmm. And heartbreaking, bro, because the last time I seen her was at my brother's. He had cooked Thanksgiving dinner. And then my Vanetta had brought, my mom was like, "B, you should make a German chocolate cake." And this, and this. And she made one because I like German chocolate cake. And my mom actually taught me how to make the German chocolate cake or what have you. And so she brought one. And my mother, I said, "You ain't supposed to have that because it's going to raise your sugar." And she snatched a piece of cake and ran out the house. And I was cracking up. That is literally the last time I talked to her, seeing her, with her running out the house with a piece of cake. And we took off the next day to go to Hawaii. And just remembering, she was like, "Next time I want to go," and this, right? Yeah. Fast forward. She passed away, then my grandma. My grandma, I got to get, she's like, I don't do the E-way, I don't travel, this, and this. Then she passed a year later. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Then I said, "You know what? We ain't doing this no more." My auntie Nisi. Mm-hmm. I said, "Man, I got to get y'all. We're gonna travel and this, and this." And she was like, okay, I can do that. Yeah, I used to take y'all when y'all was little. I can do this. Then she passed away. Mm. I mean, just suddenly, no, you understand what I'm saying? That's why I say, you know what? I'm not even going to say that, Chad, Tracy, and Tisha.
I'm just going to do it.
Pack your stuff.
Yeah.
And the problem, it was an issue because Tish didn't fly. And I had to just say, you know what? Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. And it's not as bad as you think, and this, and this.
So the thing that I like about what you're doing is you started off by saying this regret that I didn't do this with my mother and my grandmother, or couldn't do it, but you actually doing something about it. Mm-hmm. So I think that word regret, it can change to something positive because you're doing something positive about it instead of drowning in regret. You've created a solution, and I think that's important for every aspect of life. Don't just have regret and don't do nothing about it. Mm-hmm. If you have regret, then have a solution, and that solution going to produce a changed behavior. Mm-hmm. I think that there's a lot of people who have regret and they turn to the drugs or the alcohol, or they turn to something that's going to be negative, mm-hmm. and they don't do nothing about it. So you definitely got to do something about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, yeah, that's important, man, to do something about it. And we can love to learn more and better or different. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, kudos to you for doing something about it instead of allowing that regret to lead you into a dark place, because that's what regret can do if you don't have a solution for it. Mm-hmm. There's definitely, with me being 22 years old when my mother passed, there's nowhere. I'm a totally different man from being 22 to 42, totally different. So there would be so much more that I could offer at 42 that I couldn't offer at 22. But I have, grace on myself because at 22, I did the very best that I could. Mm-hmm. And for me, that very best was upon her last days of living, I assured her that I would take care of her most prized possession, and that was her daughters. Her sons, my brother and myself, we were grown, but she had 15-year-old daughters. Right. And so I had to assure her that at 22 years old, I would get these 15-year-olds and see to it that they graduated, and they both did. Yeah. Graduated and got college degrees. And, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy by far. One of them got pregnant along the way, but she still, with the baby, graduated both high school and college. And so it's never easy, but it takes that mother's love to give us that extra oomph that we need to get over certain humps, that confidence that we need to come out of the valley and be the mountaintop conquerors that you and I were born to be.
Yeah. Bro, I say that regret or that promise. I'm gonna say that promise. I'm not gonna say regret. I'm gonna say that promise. It was that with my grandmother. Hey, because she used to say, "Hey, you my main man." Since I was 2-3 years old, she's been saying that, and so it was always an understanding that you're the man of the family. Act like it. You're this. You are this. And it's funny because you see how in royal families, kings and different people are grown to be this.
Yeah.
This is what I was grown to be.
That's good.
And this is who I was grown to be. To say, okay, hey, you can handle this. And when it's time to step up, you got to step up.
That's good.
When it's time to be this, you have to be this. And so looking at that and just saying, how are we raising the next generation?
That's so powerful because a lot of times we're going to be what we was grown to be.
Yeah.
And I know you was born in the 70s. Like, what? What? You don't even know where I'm going with this.
Hey,
I know you were born in the 70s like someone who recently went to prison, so I'm just glad that you wasn't.
Can you give me some tissue?
I'm glad that you wasn't groomed to be like them and you was groomed to be like this, because this version of you is much better than any other version. And I just celebrate that with you, brother. So that's all. I want to hit this final thought.
Yeah.
With mothers.
Give it to your dad.
I want to hit this final thought.
He full of boo-boos. Thank you so much.
I want to hit this final thought with this conversation, man. I'm so blessed to be connected to the women that we have connected to our podcast. The age, the experience, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the love, the patience, the way that they cheer for us, the way that they show up is simply amazing. And I can honestly say that even with them, I could get a glimpse of my mother through your Foxys, through your Roxys, through your people who have been here.
Roxy ain't nobody mama.
Yes,
so
she is.
You see that.
Yes, she is. Shout out to Roxy. This is, man, we got some amazing women.
Roxy would be a terrible parent. I'm kidding.
It's really too many to name, but it's all been impactful. It's been impactful, and it's been a blessing beyond blessings. And I can feel that strength sometimes. But I feel like I don't have what it takes. It's that love that gives you that extra courage to keep going.
I'm going to say this. I'm extremely grateful. These are like my sisters, but the motherly instinct that comes out.
Motherly instinct. That only a woman can have.
Yeah.
Wow.
My gangster sister, Nilda.
Triple OG.
Calls me, hey, I ain't heard from you, this and that. Call me, hey, checking on you, love you. And I said, love you too. And she means it, bro. You know she means it. Paula, hey, what can I do?
And you know what? It's just, and I love to cut you off because you always do. But what Paula, for me, is that person who you just want to make proud. It's certain people that you want to make proud and certain people that you want to be like, good job, or give you or applaud for you. It's quite a few women that I just want to make
Paula, I don't
proud.
want to make you proud. I want to get you drunk. Because you act a fool. I'm just kidding. No, my sister act a fool when we on the trip.
Well, I've never saw anyone drink, so I don't.
Okay, he lied. He lied.
No,
I'm just kidding. What I love about these sisters, if I have an issue, they got an issue.
That's good.
A lot of these sisters have our back and understand who we are, understand what we go through, and say, hey, let me step up. One of the newer sisters that stepped up was Tenora, and just say, hey, what you need, I got you, this, and this. Mm-hmm. And so
I haven't met her yet. I met Tanara.
Tanara.
I never met Tenora. So you see who liked you the most, because you and I walked from the French Quarters Market 15 miles back to the hotel and had a great dialogue that shall be a blessing in this life and the next. And
Tanara, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He got to have that little country accent sometimes.
He wanted to throw me at the bus any chance.
It felt good. It felt good. It felt amazing.
He wanted to throw me under the bus any chance he could. But guys, we'd like to thank you. And Neff, come here.
Again, this Mother's Day, y'all are so special to us. We would be here for 3 days if we talked about all the importance of
we got Lil Zoe in the house.
It's my guy.
It's my guy. 100%. You see, we got hair. Man, I want to say we definitely proud of this young man.
Happy Mother's Day weekend. May God bless you abundantly, not just Mother's Day, but every day. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for being our heroes. Yes. Thank you for having our backs. Thank you for praying for us. Thank you for supporting us individually, collaterally as a podcast. Thank you for being just that rib that supports who we are. We couldn't stand without a woman. Every man is connected to a woman by way of birth or by way of loving, hugging, kissing. At least we hope so. And it's just a blessing.
And I want to say this too. Even if you're not biologically a mother, thank you for standing up and being that woman. My wife is not biologically a mother, but she is an amazing aunt and mother figure to my niece. I asked her to step up and help out, and just amazing. And
Absolutely.
So I know it's quite a few sisters out here that don't have biological children.
Yes.
This is your day too.
This is your day. And I just want to add to that, bro. I think it's important to know that just because you don't biologically have children, it does not mean that you don't have a fruitful womb. Mm-hmm. You still have a fruitful womb because love comes out of your womb. Womb man, one man. The word one man is taken from womb. So if you have a fruitful womb, if you love a man or a person, you're that. And so sometimes that can mean more than a biological mother who chooses to be absent. The fact that you love. So thank you for loving me. Yeah. And I'm forever indebted. And I'm forever indebted because I can't say that song.
I would say this. My daughter just got on Instagram and was singing Leona, right?
Oh, yeah?
I told her, please don't ever do that again.
Wow. Okay. So you're supposed to be an encourager. But...
Yeah, I'm encouraging her not. She worse than you and I just said, but she was all into it.
No, don't say you and I when you say worse, because singing contest, I am the back-to-back champion of the singing contest, and we can do it again real soon if you want to, because it's been a while. Yeah. So if you want that smoke, you let me know.
Let's go. And guys, we're getting ready to get out of here, but I do want to let everybody know we are putting out posts this week for Cancun. So we will be in Cancun. We will have everything probably Monday, Tuesday up in operation for people to start signing up, paying their activity fee. We're going to wait a couple of weeks before they do pay their start paying their hotel fee. But we are going to have payment plans and arrangements if people need that. If not, they can just pay it outright or do it, however they would like to do it. But guys, I am going to say we are going to have a cutoff. We are going to have a limit of people that we are allowing going. And so we are expecting quite a few people this time. Please, please, please sign up early if your intentions are to go. Please, please, please sign up early if your intentions are to go. Because
it's a lot of pleases.
You can be my family member, whoever. I'm not in the process of the retreat any longer. I'm not over it. Someone else is it. And I had to take my hands off of it. And the reason why, one, I was a bit stressed out. Two, I don't follow rules. And we have to follow. Shut up. And it's going to be a cutoff, and it's going to be no exceptions. It's going to be the rules that are set are the rules that's what they're going to be. And so, that's what it is. But guys, sign up, please, from hisperspectivepodcast.com. Monday, you can sign up. Do not sign up today. Monday. Thank you. Anything else, my brother?
No, you closed in 10 minutes like a Baptist pastor, and I had to sit here and listen to it, and it took away years off my life.
Good for you.